Hello everyone, it is your DJ for Life, and I am coming to you again from here in St. Augustine. And today we're going to take a look here at the oldest store museum, which is right behind me. And you can see it right there. A couple years ago when I was here, I took the tour, but it's always kind of fun to see a little bit of the stuff you didn't pick up on at first. I know that it is replicated after one of the stores here in town from the late 1800s, and yeah, you get treated like kind of like a customer as you go through the tour and see all the different inventions that at the time were cutting edge, but by today's standards, we'd probably not want any of them, but it's pretty interesting at least. So let's go ahead and take a look inside here.
And follow me. Watch your step as you enter.
Alright.
Well, come on in.
Nice and cool in here.
I know, we've got squirrels who run on a block of ice keeping the place cool. Now, as you can see, we've got all kinds of goodies in here. Washboards, waffle irons, ladies unmentionables, gentlemen's unmentionables, ooh la la. We also have our complimentary stick candy, so if you'd like to take a piece, go ahead.
Alright.
Now, I've got something that's going to give you much more energy than that little piece of candy. It's right here. This is the Enterprise Manufacturing Company coffee grinder. All you do is you take your coffee beans, you pour them in the top, and then you turn this wheel. Now, as you turn the wheel, the coffee grinder grinds up the coffee beans perfectly. This is floor model number 218. It'll fit beautifully in your kitchen. You'll be the envy of the neighborhood. $12.80 free delivery.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Can't pass that up.
Oh, excellent. Delivery in 2 weeks, young man. Now here at Hamlin's, we love innovation. We want to save you time. We want to save you energy. That's what this does. This is the Hocking Valley one-hole corn sheller. Now all you do is you grab yourself a piece of dang corn like so. You place it inside and you turn the wheel. As you turn the wheel, all the kernels fall into the bucket down below. And eventually the corn cob comes out the other side practically perfect. Oh my goodness. Look over there. It's simply fantastic and amazing. Ta-da! Yes, indeed. Now, we don't throw this away. There's so much we can do with this. We can use this to brush our teeth, scratch our backs, whittle a pipe, kindling for the fire, and you can also use it in the
bathroom.
Oh!
That's
$8.60 free delivery. What do you say? You want one of these?
Oh yeah, we got to get one of these.
Fabulous delivery.
This is awesome.
Delivery in 2 weeks, young man. Now, this is our medicine cabinet, and we got all kinds of goodies in here. But we're going to start, well, we'll start right here, Castor Sweet. This is great for babies when they're teething. You give the baby a spoonful of that, it'll quiet the baby right up. You see, that contains 5% grain alcohol. So once the baby settles down, mommy can have a little of that too. Yeah. Right here, we've got Dr. King's new discovery. It's wonderful for coughs and colds. The ingredients are pine tar, morphine, and chloroform. Sir, all the widows in town swear by it.
It's quite the deal.
Yeah, it really is. Up here we got worm syrup. Take a close look. You'll have to purchase all 3 bottles. The directions have been written across all 3. Talk about marketing.
Clever.
Milk and magnesia toothpaste. Yum, yum. Cleans you from top to bottom. Ooh. All right, here we've got a wonderful product. Dr. Kellogg's Asthma Remedy. Open up the tin and there's a powder inside. You light the powder and you inhale the fumes. Now, if the asthma attack does not go away, if it's a very bad asthma attack, they recommend that you sprinkle something called cannabis right into the top there. Light that, inhale that, and apparently you won't care that you're having an asthma attack.
There you go.
And lastly, we got Golden Relief. Now, Golden Relief is 68% alcohol, 22 minims of ether. The rest of it is chloroform. If that doesn't knock you out, nothing will. Right here, this is our hardware section. Each drawer has a number. The number represents the size of the nuts and the bolts and the screws within. So that's all I know about hardware. Moving on. Over there we've got a Singer hand crank sewing machine. It comes with a travel case. Pop the sewing machine into the travel case. You can take it anywhere you need to go. It's wonderful for sewing nice intricate pieces, and you can also sew leather on that thing.
Ooh.
We've got buttons, fabric, and in that box those papers, those are our original dress patterns from here in our year 1908. Now I'm going to show you my favorite thing in the whole store. It's this right here. So this is the De Lavelle cream separator. Now here in 1908, if you want fresh cream, you've got to wait 12 hours for the cream to rise to the top of the milk. I don't have that kind of time. Do you have that kind of time?
No.
Well, buy one of these. Pour fresh milk into the top, turn the handle down below. Inside here, there's something called worm gears. The worm gears spin the milk around using centripetal force. The heavy milk goes to the outer walls. The light cream gathers in the middle. The milk comes out of one side and the cream comes out the other. I think that's pretty fantastic, don't you?
It's going to save a lot of time.
Exactly. I mean, just look at the lady in that advertisement. She's so thrilled with the cream separator, she doesn't notice a small child wandering off into the wilderness alone. Now then, we've got our cream. I like to use the cream right over here.
Sleeping on the job, are ya? And hey there, puppy.
Hey folks, we got y'all. Hey couple guys,
This is the world's first patented sewing machine by Mr. Elias Howe in 1846. Now most people think that Singer invented the sewing machine. He didn't, it was Mr. Howe. Singer did not get his sewing machine patented till about 5 years later, give or take, about 1851-ish. And Singer gets all the credit because he was a fantastic salesman. Mr. Howe, great inventor, not such a good salesman. Over here we've got our typewriters. Come check these out. These typewriters start at $100 each. Now remember, this is 1908. I only make a lousy 22 cents an hour. I can't afford one of these things, not on my salary now. This is for the elite, and look at me, do I look elite? I think not. Right over here is my favorite item in the warehouse. It's this. This is a Surrey stroller. Pop your baby in the back, connect the front to a pony. Find a secure field, put them in the field, slap the pony. Off he goes with your baby jiggling around in the back. No need for a babysitter when you own a Surrey stroller. This is called the Farquhar threshing machine. It won the 1876 Centennial World's Fair. It cost $235. That sure is a lot of money here in 1908. Now a threshing machine is a grain separator. Throw wheat into the machine, it will separate the grain from the chaff. This is going to revolutionize farming. It can thresh an acre's worth of wheat in one day. Normally that takes a farmer 1 to 2 weeks to do by hand. So now at the end of the month, the farmer's got some free time thanks to the machine. Maybe he could go for a bicycle ride. Now the bicycle with the white wheels is called a penny farthing. It came out in 1870. Take a look. It has no seat. It has no brakes. So when the gentlemen are riding that thing standing up, if they hit a pothole, the front wheel stops. But the rider and the back wheel do not stop. The rider is launched head first over the handlebars. He hits his head on the cobblestone street. The small wheel follows him, catches him on the other side of his head. It got the nickname the Skull Cracker. In fact, that bike is so dangerous that you are required to have a bicycle driver's license in order to ride it. Now the next bicycle right over here came out 9 years later, about 1879. I'm going to have my friend George lower it down for us, okay? Hey George, could you please lower the bicycle? Today, George. The high wheel safety bicycle. As you can see, they've made some innovations. The small wheel is now in the front, the big wheel is in the back. The reason why they switched the wheels is because if you put the big wheel in the back, it helps distribute the weight more evenly so you're not going head first. And you can also navigate a lot easier with a smaller wheel in the front. They've added a seat for comfort. Look how thick and plush that seat is. Doesn't it look comfortable?
Very.
Underneath the seat there is a little surprise. 2 bolts. 1 and 2. Ouch.
Not comfy.
Right here we have our brake. Now the brake is called a spoonbill brake because, well, it's shaped just like a spoon. It starts here, it ends right here, right over our solid rubber wheels.
Ooh.
Now how to get on it to ride it, do you have any idea?
A ladder?
No, what you do is this, you grab your bicycle and you start running with it. You run and once you've got your speed going, quickly, left foot on the pedal, it brings you up high, you swing your right leg over, you are on your way. That's the easy part, sir. The difficult part is getting off. So in order to get off, you slowly squeeze your brake. As you're squeezing the brake, you lean backwards, lifting up the front wheel. Then you simply jump or slide right down the back. You just want to make sure that you land near some soft grass or sand. Now, if you want to ride one of these, you're going to need a bicycle driver's license. That means you'll have to attend Bicycle Academy. Luckily for you, it's only 1.5 miles down the road. Go over there. It's behind the Alcazar Hotel, sir. Go over there, get your license, come back and sell the bike for $12.50. It's a bargain.
What
really
a deal.
Is a bargain, yeah. Now, the vanity was also commissioned by Mr. Flagler for the Ponce de Leon Hotel. It's hand-carved mahogany wood, beautiful Italian marble. But only Mr. Flagler can leave here with this. After all, it was commissioned by him. Over here, we've got some beautiful portraits. Right here, this is President Garfield. This is President Grant. And this is President Nobody. It's my boss, Mr. Hamblin, the proprietor of the store. You know, I have to say, sir, he's really not a nice man. He yells at me every single
Be careful with that dust rag.
See what I mean?
I've been listening to your sales presentation.
Yes,
I didn't hear you ask them to buy.
Well, of course I asked him to buy something.
There's no money for payroll until a sale is consummated.
What?
I'm Charles F. Hamblin, proprietor of St. Augustine's oldest store. Fair prices and liberal credit, our policy. We opened our doors in 1875. By then, most of the carpetbaggers and scalawags had been run out, and the tragic Reconstruction period following the Civil War all but passed. St. Augustine was the oldest city in the United
It
States.
still is.
And it looted. Then, 1885, a man by the name of Henry Flagler arrived, and within a few years he made this city come alive with prosperity, taking over the railroads, building grand hotels and churches, and even that new jail right outside our front
Very
door.
bad for business, sir.
As Mr. Flagler continued pushing his railroad down Florida's east coast, he became my best customer. A boon to all of Florida, and to me. Hamblin's sold Flagler goods for Daytona, Palm Beach, Miami, even out to Key West and all the way over to Nassau in the Bahamas. We expanded until we had over 3/4 of an acre under roof, the largest store in St. Augustine, and the 3rd largest in the state of Florida. Don't sit on the merchandise.
I'm so mean. Oh.
After years and years in business, I feel right at home here in the oldest store. And I trust you will enjoy shopping at Hamblin's. My clerk will now take your orders.
Here it says 1908 Improved Whirl. The Improved Whirl is a very high class open tub washer, a much better machine than those sold by anyone else. Guaranteed not to ruin fabric, washes clothes by the recognized principle of rubbing them. So, got your high Improved Whirl right here. And then we can keep going. See, we got some clean clothes right up there, so just ready for you to get ready for the day. Continuing on, we have here a correct weight. For only a penny, you can see how much you weigh. I know some people would probably pay not to know their weight. It says here, check your weight, 1 cent. Just 1 penny and step on the scale. And then after that, you can play the piano over here. Oh, it actually does play. That's pretty cool. If you know how to play piano, maybe think of a song that I could play. Ah, here we go. We can lift the receiver and listen in. Before telephone numbers, it says. When telephones first came into use, there were no telephone numbers. You had to crank a magneto. You had to crank a magnetophone to generate an electrical signal to alert the switchboard operator who would connect your call. The operators knew everyone by name. Yearly cost was $18 for personal home use, $20 for farms, and $24 for businesses. Private lines were an extra $5. So let's go over to this one and see what they're gabbing about. Wow, so much chatter going on. Hopefully they get that all figured out there with the sheriff. Here we have all their fruits and vegetables. Got some pineapples, bananas, tomatoes, green peppers, red peppers, oranges, pears, a lot of different things. And here it says, crowds gathered to celebrate the opening of each train station along the line. So there you have it. There's the tour of the oldest store museum. At the beginning, I'm not sure if I accidentally said the oldest history museum, but meant to say the oldest store museum there. And yeah, the lady that gave the tour, she asked that she not be on camera, so I respected that, and she was willing to do kind of like a voiceover while I filmed the things that she talked about. But it's interesting. I found it kind of neat that they used to need a driver's license for a bike and not for a car, so that's definitely changed and came a long way. It's flip-flopped since then. Also cool to see how the washing machines were powered by animals in the beginning, and even the early washing machines that weren't powered by animals, how rudimentary they look compared to today's standards here. And another interesting thing too is the medicines that they gave back in the day had chloroform in them, and nowadays definitely aren't going to be finding that in many of your medicines, at least not that I'm aware of, but who knows, that could be. But yeah, feel free, come check this place out when you're here in St. Augustine. It's included, or you can at least get it included in your trolley ticket purchase. And feel free to check out some of the other videos that I've done. I currently have some up with State Fair in Minnesota, also some in Kansas, and feeding some prairie dogs. I also do some unique food tasting, in which I've tasted snacks from Sweden and Spain and Thailand with Snack Crate, and then also tarantula that I've eaten, and that definitely wasn't all that tasty. Feel free to check those out. And if you've seen this place and have some other tips and tricks here of what to do in St. Augustine, Florida, feel free to leave a comment down below and join me for the next adventure.